I have two bottles of Fanta. One is from the United States, one is from Germany. Same brand, same company, same product. Look at them. The American one is bright, neon, almost glowing. It looks radioactive. The European one looks like actual orange juice. Natural, normal. Let me read you the ingredients. US Fanta: carbonated water, high fructose corn syrup, citric acid, sodium benzoate, yellow 6, red 40, and natural flavors. European Fanta: carbonated water, orange juice from concentrate, 5%, sugar, citric acid, natural orange flavoring. Yellow 6 and red 40. What are those? They're petroleum-based synthetic dyes. That neon color, that's made from the same crude oil that powers your car. Europe banned them, not because they're picky, because studies show they cause hyperactivity in children and are potentially carcinogenic. But in America, perfectly legal. Drink up, kids. Today, I'm going to show you that American food isn't just unhealthy because of portion sizes. It's unhealthy because it contains chemicals that are literally banned in most of the civilized world. Chemicals that cause cancer, chemicals that disrupt hormones, chemicals used in yoga mats, paint, and bleach. And American companies know this is dangerous because they sell the same cleaner versions of their products in Europe. Welcome to the social glitch. Let's talk about the poison in your pantry. This is going to make you look at your kitchen differently. And it should.
Let's start with what we already saw. Fanta. American Fanta contains yellow 6 and red 40. These are synthetic azo dyes. They're made from petroleum. Yes, the same petroleum that's refined into gasoline. Where they're banned? European Union, Norway, Austria specifically. UK requires warning labels. Why they're banned? Studies have linked artificial food dyes to hyperactivity in children, ADHD-like symptoms, allergic reactions, possible carcinogenic effects, and behavioral issues. The European Food Safety Authority reviewed the evidence and said, "Yeah, we're not comfortable with this. America's FDA? It's probably fine. Keep drinking it."
Here's where it gets infuriating. Coca-Cola makes both versions. They own the formula, they own the factories. In Germany, they use real orange juice in natural colors. In America, they use petroleum dyes in high fructose corn syrup. It's the same company. This isn't about different countries, different tastes. This is about regulations. Europe says, you can't poison our citizens. America says, go ahead, as long as you disclose it in tiny print on the label. Products with banned dyes in America: Mountain Dew, yellow 5. Gatorade, red 40, blue 1. Skittles, red 40, yellow 5, yellow 6, blue 1, blue 2. M&M's, red 40, yellow 5, yellow 6, blue 1, blue 2. Doritos, yellow 6, yellow 5, red 40. Lucky Charms cereal, red 40, yellow 5, blue 1. Kraft mac and cheese, yellow 5, yellow 6. Notice a pattern? These are marketed to children. Bright colors attract kids. Petroleum-based dyes are cheap, so American companies load children's food with banned chemicals to boost profits. In 2013, activists discovered that Kraft mac and cheese sold in America contained yellow 5 and yellow 6. The same product in the UK used paprika and beta-carotene for color, natural ingredients. After public pressure, Kraft removed the dyes from the American version in 2016. But here's the key. They already had a clean formula. They'd been selling it in Europe for years. They only changed the US version when forced by public outrage. Translation: they knew it was bad, they didn't care until it hurt profits. 2020, Ireland. The Irish Supreme Court makes a ruling that shocks the world. Subway's bread contains so much sugar that it cannot legally be classified as bread under Irish tax law. It's classified as a confectionery, as in cake. Irish tax law defines bread as having a sugar content of no more than 2% of the weight of flour. Subway bread? 10% sugar. That's 5 times the legal limit for bread. You've been eating cake sandwiches. When this story broke, Americans laughed it off. Haha, Ireland is so strict. No, Ireland has standards. We don't. That Subway bread you're eating contains 10% sugar, lake-level sweetness. Azodicarbonamide, we'll get to this nightmare chemical, high fructose corn syrup, soybean oil, dough conditioners, and preservatives. In Europe, bread is flour, water, salt, yeast, sometimes a tiny bit of sugar. In America, bread is a chemical experiment. But why does this matter? Because your body processes sugar in bread the same way it processes sugar in soda. When you eat a sandwich, you think you're eating something savory and healthy, but your body is getting a sugar bomb. Your insulin spikes, you crash, you crave more food. This is by design. Food companies learned that adding sugar makes you eat more, buy more, crave more. They're not selling you food, they're selling you addiction. Subway isn't alone. Most American bread would fail European standards. Wonder Bread contains high fructose corn syrup, calcium propionide, azodicarbonamide. Sara Lee contains sugar, soybean oil, calcium sulfate, datum. Nature's Own, natural in the name, but contains sugar, soybean oil, datum, and calcium propionide. These aren't bread. These are bread-flavored cakes with a shelf life of 3 weeks. Real bread goes stale in 2 days because it's real. Let's talk about ADA. It's a chemical used in American bread to make doughs stretchier and fluffier. It's also used to make yoga mats, shoe soles, synthetic leather, and foam plastics. You're eating a chemical compound that's also in your gym equipment. Where it's banned? European Union, United Kingdom, Australia, Singapore. You can face 15 years in prison for using it. Singapore will imprison you for 15 years for putting this in food. America? Subway uses it, it's fine. Why is ADCA banned? When heated, like when bread is baked, ADA breaks down into urethane, a known carcinogen, semicarbazine, which causes tumors in animals. It links to respiratory issues, asthma, skin sensitization, possible cancer risk, but the FDA says it's safe in small amounts. How small? They don't really know. They just trust food companies to not use too much. 2014. After public backlash, Subway announced they'd remove azodicarbonamide from their bread. Great, right? Except hundreds of other American bread products still use it. McDonald's buns, at the time later removed, Wendy's buns, Burger King buns, supermarket breads, frozen dough products. Subway got rid of it because of bad PR, not because it's dangerous, according to the FDA. Everyone else kept using it. While we're on bread chemicals, let's talk about potassium bromate. It's used in American bread to make it rise higher and stay fluffy longer. Where it's banned? European Union, United Kingdom, Canada, China, India, Brazil, South Korea, Nigeria, basically everywhere except the United States. Why? It's a Category 2B carcinogen. It causes cancer in laboratory animals. It damages DNA. The International Agency for Research on Cancer says probably carcinogenic to humans. America says, but it makes bread so fluffy. California requires a cancer warning on products containing potassium bromate. That's how bad it is. California, a US state, had to create its own warning because the federal government won't ban it. If you're eating bread in California with potassium bromate, the label says, "Warning, this product contains chemicals known to the state of California to cause cancer." And people still buy it because what choice do they have? American chicken is banned in the European Union, not because Europeans are vegetarian, because of how we process it. American chicken is washed in chlorine. Yes, bleach, the same chemical you use to clean your toilet. Why do we do this? Because American factory farms are so filthy, so overcrowded, and so disease-ridden that we have to disinfect the meat with industrial chemicals just to make it safe-ish to eat. Europe's approach? Regulate the farms so the chicken isn't covered in fecal matter in the first place. The chlorine bath process. Here's how American chicken gets to your plate. Number 1, chickens are raised in overcrowded, filthy conditions. Number 2, they're slaughtered at high speed, 140 birds per minute. Number 3, the carcasses are contaminated with feces, bacteria, and pathogens. Number 4, to clean them, They're dunked in a chlorine wash, an antimicrobial rinse. Number 5, this kills surface bacteria. Maybe. Number 6, the chicken is packaged and sold. Europe says, how about you just keep the farms clean? America says, that costs money. Chlorine is cheaper. Does chlorine washing work? Not really. The US has significantly higher rates of food poisoning from poultry than Europe. Salmonella cases in the US, about 1.35 million per year. Salmonella cases in the EU, far lower per capita. Even with the chlorine wash, American chicken is more dangerous because chlorine kills surface bacteria. It doesn't remove feces. It doesn't fix contaminated meat. It's a Band-Aid on a gunshot wound. The US has been trying to force Europe to accept chlorinated chicken for decades. Every trade negotiation, the US demands, let us sell our chicken in Europe. Europe responds, no, improve your farming standards first. America, that's protectionism. Europe, no, that's food safety. And this is where American priorities become clear: profits over health. 2022, a consumer lawsuit against Mars, the company that makes Skittles. Claim, Skittles contain titanium dioxide, a chemical that's unsafe for human consumption. Mars's defense? No reasonable person would think Skittles are healthy. I'm serious. That was their legal argument. Your Honor, everyone knows candy is bad for you, so it's not our fault we put industrial chemicals in it. Titanium dioxide is used in white paint, sunscreen, toothpaste, plastics, and paper. It makes things white and bright. Food companies use it to make candies look more vibrant, to whiten frosting and powdered sugar, to brighten chewing gum. Where it's banned in food? European Union as of 2022. France banned it earlier in 2020. Why? Studies show it may damage DNA, cause inflammation, affect gut health, and potentially cause cancer. Europe looked at the evidence and said, we're not comfortable with this. America? Keep eating your paint candy, kids. Titanium dioxide is in coffee creamer, makes it whiter, salad dressing, makes it creamier looking, icing and frosting, chewing gum, processed cheese products, yogurt, makes it look thicker. You're eating paint whitener multiple times per day. Let's compare McDonald's French fries. UK ingredients: potatoes, vegetable oil, salt. US ingredients: potatoes, vegetable oil, canola, corn, soybean, hydrogenated soybean, salt, natural beef flavor, dextrose, sodium acid pyrophosphate, tertiary butyl hydroquinone, or TBHQ. What's TBHQ? A petroleum-based preservative, also used in biodiesel, lacquers, resins, and varnishes. You're eating varnish preservative with your fries. US Heinz ketchup, tomato concentrate, high fructose corn syrup, distilled vinegar, corn syrup, salt. UK Heinz ketchup, tomatoes, sugar, spirit vinegar, salt. Europe gets real sugar. America gets high fructose corn syrup. Twice. It's listed twice in the ingredients. Same brand, same red bottle, different formula. US Fruit Loops, sugar, corn flour, wheat flour, BHT, preservative, and artificial colors, red 40, blue 1, and yellow 6. UK Fruit Loops, maize, wheat flour, sugar, natural colors like beetroot and paprika. Europe gets natural colors from vegetables. America gets petroleum dyes and BHT, butylated hydroxytoluene, banned in Japan and Australia. Why do companies sell clean products in Europe but chemical-laden products in America? Simple: regulations and profits. Europe, strict food regulations. If you want to sell here, meet our standards. America, weak FDA. Companies can use almost anything unless proven extremely dangerous, and even then, it takes decades to ban. Result: companies make cleaner products for Europe because they have to. They make cheaper, chemical-filled products for America because they can. It's not about taste preferences, it's about corporate greed and regulatory failure. Let's summarize what we've learned. American food contains petroleum-based dyes, yellow 5, yellow 6, red 40, yoga mat chemicals, azodicarbonamide, cancer-causing agents, potassium bromate, bleach-washed meat, chlorinated chicken, paint whitener, titanium dioxide, varnish preservatives, TBHQ, industrial plasticizers, BHA, BHT, and this is legal. Go look in your pantry right now. Check the labels. How many of these chemicals are you eating every single day? The FDA is supposed to protect Americans, but the FDA is underfunded, understaffed, and heavily influenced by food industry lobbyists. Food companies spend millions lobbying to keep dangerous ingredients legal. When studies show harm, companies say more research is needed. By the time the FDA acts, if ever, millions of people have consumed these chemicals for decades. The FDA has a category called Generally Recognized as Safe, GRAS. Companies can self-certify ingredients as GRAS without FDA approval. Let me repeat, companies can decide on their own that chemicals are safe. The FDA doesn't review most of them. Result? Over 10,000 chemicals are used in American food, and the FDA has no idea if they're safe. Europe uses the precautionary principle. If we're not sure it's safe, we don't allow it. America uses the reactive principle. If we're not sure it's dangerous, we allow it until proven otherwise. One system protects citizens, the other protects corporate profits. You're not just eating too much, you're eating food-like products designed to be cheap, addictive, and profitable. American food isn't just unhealthy because of calories. It's unhealthy because it's literally made with chemicals banned in most of the world. And the companies making this food, they know it's dangerous because they sell cleaner versions in countries that demand better. Read labels. Avoid artificial dyes, TBHQ, BHT, BHA, potassium bromate, azodicarbonamide. Buy European brands when possible, or organic, which bans many of these chemicals. Cook real food. The fewer ingredients, the better. Demand change. Contact representatives. Support FDA funding and reform. Vote with your wallet. Stop buying products with banned chemicals. The poison in your pantry isn't an accident, it's a choice. A choice by corporations to prioritize profit over health. A choice by regulators to protect industry over citizens. And until Americans demand better, nothing will change. Drop a comment. What banned chemicals shocked you most? Have you checked your pantry after watching this? Non-Americans, what do you think when you see American ingredient lists? Subscribe to The Social Glitch for more videos exposing the systems that poison us for profit, because you deserve to know what you're really eating. Choose wisely.